Assalamu alaikum guys. In this video, I want to talk to you about the scariest question that every aspiring entrepreneur must ask themselves before starting a business. Let's dive in. Welcome back. If this is your first time on this channel, then make sure to subscribe and like this video because we release content like this to support Muslim entrepreneurs every single Thursday on this YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this to benefit you and support you and help you on your journey. Now, let's talk about the topic at hand. What's the scariest question that every entrepreneur must ask themselves before they begin on the journey of entrepreneurship? I want to share with you a story of two 20-year-olds, two young men who are ambitious, filled with dreams and hopes, and who both sat down together and decided that what they wanted to do was they both wanted to build a business empire that spanned across the globe and impacted millions of people and made millions of dollars, and they wanted to provide a certain luxurious lifestyle for themselves and for their families and for their loved ones. And they wanted to have a certain impact on the communities around them and on the people around them. And they both decided that they were going to become entrepreneurs and build these amazing million-dollar businesses. Now, fast forward 40 years. The two young men who were previously 20 years old are now 60 years old. And we go and we visit one of them, and one of them succeeded. You know, he has a beautiful mansion. He lives in this beautiful home. He has a boat that he takes on weekends with his family to enjoy out at sea. He has $1 million business that impacts millions of people. He's donating to charities. He's making a positive change in the world around him. And then we visit the other young man who also, had the same hopes and dreams. However, we visit him to see him living in, an average, regular home with his family, working a 9-to-5 job, and just living a humble life. And I went to ask him what happened. What is it that happened exactly? Why is it that one of the young men was able to succeed while the other was not? And both had the same hopes and dreams. Both had the same fiery passion for wanting to achieve, that goal of building that $1 million business. What happened there? So to find out what exactly happened, I went back in time. I'm going to rewind time back to when they're 20 years old. And there's 3 questions that I want to ask them. The first question that I asked both of these young men was, how big are your dreams? And of course, they both answered the same thing. They said, we have these huge dreams. We want to build these $1 million businesses. We want to impact all of these people. And they essentially recounted what they were passionate about and what decision they made. And both had the same answer, so no difference there. I then asked them a second question. And the second question is, how demanding is it to achieve this big dream that you have? And both also answered the same thing. They said that, well, to achieve this dream of building this $1 million business, achieve this luxurious lifestyle, build these beautiful homes, and really, make this, global impact on the world around us, well, that's probably going to take us 12-hour work days, some sleepless nights. It's going to take some sacrifices when it comes to maybe not hanging out with our friends as much. It's going to take sacrifices in terms of maybe our lifestyle right now and living a bit more humble right now so we can enjoy a lavish lifestyle in the future. It's going to take putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations, and sometimes doing work that we don't want to do. It's going to take unfaltering consistency and commitment and a work ethic, right? It's going to take dedication to showing up and putting work in every single day, even if we don't see results. It's going to take, sacrifices in terms of sometimes our friends and our loved ones are going to ask us to come out and hang out with us and, come to these gatherings. And we're going to have to say no because we have to work on this business and we have to build this amazing thing. There's all this work that goes into it, and it's a lot, right? It's really demanding. When we think of the size of this dream, it's so demanding what it takes to achieve. And both had the same answer. Both understood what it took to achieve that dream and listed out all the sacrifices that they'd have to make. So then I asked them a third question. To find out exactly what happened. And this time I asked them a very simple question. The question is the following. Are you willing to pay the price for achieving that dream? Are you willing to, put in those sacrifices and meet the demands of this dream? And when I asked this question, one of the young men paused for a second. He took a minute to reflect. He thought of all the sacrifices he would have to make, all the work he would have to put in. And he realized, you know what? Well, if I really want to do this, I'm going to have to sacrifice now to enjoy later. And he looked at me and he said, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to put in all those sacrifices. I'm ready to pay the price. I'm ready to pay the price to get there. And the other young man paused for a minute. He took a deep breath. And he thought to himself of all the sacrifices that he'd have to make. He won't be able to hang out with his friends as much. He won't be able to go out as much. He won't be able to, keep up with all the latest Netflix series that he's into right now. He's going to have to stop gaming maybe. He's going to have to stop, enjoying himself in ways that, he's able to right now because he'd have to put in a lot of work and dedication. And he thought to himself and he started feeling a little bit of fear within him. Started feeling a little bit of anxiety. Started feeling stressed out, feeling like, do I really want to, can I really do this? And he took a minute to reflect and he realized, you know what? I don't think I can. I don't think I can do it. I want this dream with all of my heart, but I don't know if I'm willing to pay the price. And that was the difference between the one who succeeded in achieving that dream and the one who, ended up, with a dream that was never realized, with this passion, with this hope that he carried along with him throughout his life, but that was never actualized. So I encourage you to ask yourself, if you're an entrepreneur, maybe an aspiring entrepreneur, to ask yourself these 3 questions. Number 1, how big is your dream? Right? Get really clear on that. Put color in that vision. Number 2, how demanding is it to achieve that dream? And be very realistic, right, about how demanding it's going to be. And I promise you, no matter how demanding you believe it's going to be 10 times more demanding when you actually put in the work. And then number 3, which is the scariest question of them all, are you willing to pay the price? I encourage you to do that. And hopefully, inshallah, that will give you some clarity to really understand if entrepreneurship is for you and if that's a dream that you should be holding on to, or if you should maybe aim for something else. I hope this video was beneficial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you did, then please go ahead and support us by subscribing and liking this video. And we'll see you next time, inshallah. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.